Hey, first time RVers, how is everyone? It just started raining. It's been raining off and on all day today. But we are in our driveway. It's Wednesday. We're heading out camping this weekend. And I wanted to kind of show you the process we go through here. We got the 312 backed in. I actually put it on some wood blocks here to level it a little bit. So let me show you how we're set up at home here. There's our charger for our Chevy Bolt. We got a sub panel here, and I went ahead and hit the breaker already. But we got a 50 amp box on the other side of the fence. Our plan was to keep the camper in the backyard more often, but we decided against that. And kind of an eyesore sitting back there, so we keep it at a storage place and then just bring it home a few days early to get packed up and ready to go. Man, I had to rush to get out of the rain. You can see I'm a little wet here. It just started pouring, but it's cleared up again. Although, let me show you. It is still dark over there. It is supposed to rain all day long, so I guess that's what we're gonna have to deal with. So I like to leave myself a little bit of space here so we can get the slide out a little bit, get the fridge on, things like that. But there's my plug coming all the way back. Here's where my extension starts, and then it connects over there to the 50 amp we had put in. So I temporarily put the Land Rover back here in the backyard. Before we leave on Friday, I'll move the camper up, and then I'll back that back into the driveway. So sometimes we will put the camper back here, and then of course, like I said, I got the 50 amp service there, and if needed, I can tap into that septic clean out there to run my sewer hoses. Rain's picking up again, but like I showed you, we have everything we need to hook this camper up at home. We could live in there if we needed to, or if we have family or friends over, they could stay in there. Everything from sewer to water to full electric. By putting that Discovery back there, we can have the camper here a couple days early, and that way Thursday and Friday with work and all, we still get our other vehicles out. And once I had hooked the truck, you probably saw this in one of my earlier videos, I'll pull it over to our side yard there and just let it sit over there for a couple days until it's time to get on the road. So we'll see you on Friday when we get to our destination. Hey, sorry if I'm squinting. I got a light here and it is bright as bright can be. But we are at the campground. We're at Mt Airy, North Carolina, Mayberry Campground. We've been here before. Maybe I'll put a card up above there for that video if you want to watch it. We had to set up in the dark, but we've done that before, so I put that one of those little lights on your head kind of thing. Put that on, it helps a lot. So hanging out by the fire right now. You can see I got a sweatshirt on. They're dressed a little warm. Maddie's got herself a blanket. It is probably in the 50s right now, but it was about 75 at home. So when we left, I had shorts and a t-shirt on. Get here in the mountains and sun goes down and probably dropped a good 20 degrees. All right, well, we're gonna pick up tomorrow. We'll probably head downtown Mt Airy, which is where Andy Griffith's from. All right, we'll see you in the morning. Hey, good morning. Breakfast is served. It's about 8 o'clock. Look at the ducks over here.
They're waddling back.
They got their food, now they're all waddling back. Look at them go. So we got breakfast going, peppers and onions with a little bit of eggs. These are actually not mild pepper rings. I reused the jar here, but got some jalapenos from our garden. Went online, just looked at a quick recipe to jar them. They're supposed to last about 3 months. Here we go. Nice little crunch.
They're spicy?
I took a lot of the seeds out, so they're not real spicy at all. But they're good. I don't know if you can still see the steam coming off the lake there. Like I said last night, when we left home, it was about 75 degrees. This morning, it was 37. Quite chilly out, but it is supposed to get up to close to 70, I think, today. So we'll have a good day, nice and sunny. One thing that's fun is trying to get the dishes cleaned in a confined space. So like I've said in many videos in the past, and to anyone who asks, I'd rather be doing these dishes in my camper than doing them at home. Here we are, downtown Mt Airy. That place right there, the Snappy Lunch, is famous. A lot of times there's lines out the door. They have a pork chop sandwich that is supposed to be the big take here. So we may get one just to try it. I'm not a big pork chop person, but maybe we'll split one. So for 2 weeks, I think Dawn said in September every year, they have Mayberry days here. So they kind of convert this town to Mayberry. They got people acting like Andy Griffith and Barney Fife and all that. There's Maddie and Dawn over there. Got Opie's candy. Just across the street. We're gonna head into the Christmas shop real quick, but here comes Andy. Look. I guess it's Mayberry year round, even when it's not Mayberry days. Yep. It's that time of year. Cute little alleyway here. Oh, look, there's a time capsule laid here. I guess in 2018. They want it open in 2048. Did anyone know the Mt Airy is the Granite City? I didn't know. Pretty cool Coca-Cola sign here on the side of the building. So look behind me there, you got an old-fashioned historic theater here, and it's still functioning actually. Looks like they still show movies here. The War with Grandpa. Yeah, feature movies. A lot of antique shops. We're in a huge one here. Antiques as far as the eye can see. If you like doing antiquing, here's another place to visit, Mt Airy. Tons of antique shops. I remember my parents having one of these Pittsburgh Steelers license plates. All right, we're in the car. We got our pork chop sandwich from the famous Snappy Lunch. We're gonna try it here now. It is a huge piece of pork chop. Snappy Lunch has been around for almost 100 years, and evidently this is their famous sandwich that people wait in line to get. So let's try it. It's got some coleslaw, chili,
mayo, tomato,
mayonnaise, and tomato. Was that mustard?
Mm-hmm.
Let's try this.
It's mayo, tomato.
It's pretty good. I'm not usually a big pork chop person, but that is pretty darn good. Pilot Mountain State Park Visitor Center. And there's Pilot Mountain. We'll get a better view in a minute. So it's about a 3.5 mile walk up to the top here, so we decided to take the shuttle. Taking a little trail here, get us even closer to the peak of the mountain. You can just see for miles out there. It's beautiful. North Carolina mountains. The views are just absolutely amazing. Beautiful as beautiful can get. Sorry if I'm breathing a little hard. I just came up this path here. Look at the people up there. Maddie feels the need to go get a better picture. She's gonna go out by that rock. If you can find time to make it to Mt Airy, definitely got to stop by Pilot Mountain State Park. I mean, the views are absolutely gorgeous. Let me apologize to Dawn here. I didn't want to come. I didn't realize we could get up this far. I thought we'd be looking from the bottom. So I'm sorry, Dawn. It is absolutely beautiful. There's Maddie holding up all of Pilot Mountain. I'd say that's about 100 feet straight up. Where are you? Gotta find Dawn. Here's the visitor center where we parked. You can barely see it, but at the end there on the right is our truck. So we ran into some people here who we didn't realize, but they told us we're right next to them at the campground, and they go to this campground all the time. So we knew about the Siamese twins family owning that land and still living on the property, but we didn't know that they're actually buried there. And there's a trail, excuse me, a lot of walking. There's a trail from the campground to their gravesite, so when we get back we're gonna do that. Let's just say walking up all these stairs remind me of how out of shape I am. Here comes the shuttle. We decided we were gonna walk rather than wait for the shuttle. It looked like we would probably be on the 4th shuttle, and it's about, God, good 15 minutes in between shuttles. So we're gonna do the 2.5 mile walk down the roadway rather than the 3.5 mile trail walk. But it is downhill, so it shouldn't be too bad. We're still trekking down this hill, and it's so steep you can't even walk. It forces you to run. We'll get there though. Well, there's a sight for sore eyes. We finally made it back to the visitor center. Thank God, 2.5 miles going downhill is a little rough. Hey, you can see there we're back at the camper. Look at this old fire truck. We'll get a closer look when we get back. And then this house right here, let's see if I can get out of the sun there. That house sitting up there probably looks like a shadow because of the sun behind it. That house was built by one of the sons of the Siamese twins. I think it was Eng. I think his son built that. And actually the great granddaughter of Eng is still alive, and we'll give tours of that house. We did it last year. Wonderful stories to listen to her and growing up in that house. She was actually born and raised in that house, but her grandfather built it, which was the son of Eng Bunker, one of the Siamese twins. We are off to see their grave sites, which are on the property. Originally they owned, I think, over 2,000 acres in this area. And they were one of the top landowners of North Carolina in their time. But we're gonna find their grave sites, so we'll pick back up then. Look at this golf cart back here. It's a Cadillac. Pretty cool. So just found something new on Google Maps. Look at this, live view they call it. Continue this way to get to the grave site. 223 feet. It's the first time I've ever seen that. I just happened to put in the address, or not the address, but I searched on Google their grave site. Had it on Google. Sent me to Google Maps. And when I hit on it, as we were walking, it said, do live view now. And that's what came up. Pretty cool. So it was a little hard to find. We had to just climb up this hill. But here it is at the White Plains Baptist Church. Here it is. It's a little harder to find, but that Google map thing really helped. The campground's down the hill over there. Eng and Chang and their wives are here.
They put two.
Born in 1811, passed in 1874.
They put 2 bunkers.
And Chang's wife actually passed away in 1917. She lived a long time. They have a nice resting place. Look at just Miles and miles of mountains over there. So it's easy to find because it's a cemetery, but it was a little bit hard getting here. We had to climb up this hill over here. We'll try to find a little bit easier way down. Pretty cool picture with the sun in the background. Old Ford fire truck. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool, isn't it? You can see the sun's gone down, so I guess maybe it's time on a Saturday evening to check out the fridge. What do you think we have this time? Something cheap like Michelob Ultra infusions like last camping trip? Nope, not this time. We're back to the microbrew. Aviator, wide open red. We'll get this thing open and see what it tastes like. I was over there talking to our neighbors for a little while, just talking camping. They're the ones that told us about the burial site, so anyways, here we go. Wide open red. Not bad. It's a little bitter. Got a little bit of a bite to it, but not bad.
We're sitting by the fire, and I call him playing the VR.
Oh! Oh!
He's playing the VR like a car game.
Oh! Wrecked. I'll try to go slower. Well, it's about almost 9 o'clock Saturday evening. Our weekend is pretty much over with. Of course, we're leaving first thing in the morning. So we figured we'd do our tip of the trip. It's going to be a little bit different this time because we couldn't agree on one thing. Dawn wanted to say that make sure you make it to Snappy Lunch, that sandwich shop where that pork chop sandwich was. It was really good, and it is a staple in Mt Airy. Like I said, I think earlier, sometimes the line is 100 feet down the sidewalk out the door. My tip of the trip was going to be, if you're staying at Mt Airy Campground, try to stay more to the front of the park. If you stay towards the back of the park, you're close to, I think it's Route 74, which is a major highway, so you can hear a little bit more of the traffic. Either way, it's a great weekend, and this is our second time here, and as you saw, we did Mount Pilot. We didn't do that last time, so you can certainly spend several days here and do different things in this area. Maddie wants us to wrap this thing up pretty quick because we're actually watching Grown Ups, and it's on commercial, so we put it on mute so we could do the last bit of this video. So, as always, thanks for watching. Subscribe, share with your friends, give us a thumbs up. All that really helps the channel, keeps us going. Make sure you hit that notification bell below. That way you'll get notified when we do a new upload. And we will see you in about 2 weeks. It's Thanksgiving. We're going to Carolina Pines for Thanksgiving. So we'll see you then. All right, well, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Believe this? Calendar turns to June.
Grown Ups.